Okay, so I ended up deciding to just do the same demonstration that Bark did because I can't be bothered thinking of my own NFA, and also this is pretty simple. So we've got this NFA here, and as you can see, there's two out transitions from the input A, from the initial state. And I'll show you how this, I'll basically just show you the demonstration and you'll see how this works. So we're going to start at our initial state, and okay, well I guess you'll see how it works straight away. Because if you've got two transitions, the machine does both of them at the same time in a way, or at least it goes down two possible pathways, because it could make the decision to follow this transition, or it could make the decision to follow this transition. So it ends up guessing them, or guessing which one is the right one. And before I begin, this machine, what it actually does is it accepts all strings that have an A, I think in the third position from the right of the end of the string. So we start at the initial state, and I'm going to do what Bark did, basically. So the first input is A, so we're at state 0. We could go down this transition, or this one. So now we've basically just got to go and see what happens in each path. So let's say this one is this one. The next thing's going to be state 1. So we've seen this. From state 1, we get a B. So we just go to 2. And then we get an A. So we go to 3. Oops, that's an A. And now what happens is we're in this state. It's the accepting state, but we've actually got more string left to parse or process, but there's no transitions out from here. So we've got to a point where we've still got string left, but we can't do anything about it. So the machine crashes at this point, and it just dies. So it fails in a way. I mean, this is all just like a mathematically thinking, just a way of reasoning about what the machine does. Oops. Okay, so whatever. Okay. Yeah. So the other pathway we could have gone down is to follow this transition, which leads us back to 0. So process that character. So we come to B, which means we definitely come back to 0. Now we've got an A, and again we've got two choices. We could go along here, or we could go along here. So again, let's pretend this one is this one. If we do that, then we come to 1, and that was this A, so the next A is B. I mean, the next letter is B. Well, yeah, it doesn't actually matter what it is at this point. We just go to 2. And then it doesn't matter what the next one is, it happens to be an A. We go to 3, and again, the same thing happens here as what happened here. We've still got this A and this B left, but we can't do anything about it, so this machine dies. So the other option was to go along here. And where were we up to? We did the A and then the B. So we've done those, and now it's this A we're processing. So at this stage we're pretty much going to be done with it. So what was that? Going to 0 again. So the next one is a B. So we have to go to 0. And we're done with that B. And we come to another A. So we have this option again. So basically what we've been doing is we've tried out these options so far. So we've been trying to go this way, and we've just been failing. So we went this way at the start, and it failed. And then we went like this, and then like this, and then like this, and it failed. And now we're going like this, this, and now once again, so that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and once again we've come to an A, and we've got a choice of going like this or going like this. And I think you get the picture at this point. We're just trying these choices, and to be honest, I've just been copying it off this, but basically doing what Bach did, but explaining it slowly, so that you can hopefully get the way NFAs work. Because I didn't, to be honest, I stopped paying attention at this point in the lecture, and I was like, whoa, what the heck's going on? So yeah, you're trying out, at each point you try out both transitions, and carry on with the rest of the machine to see what happens. And anyway, as you can see here, that's what the rest of the thing looks like. Let's see, it's like 1, 2, so there's actually one more, there's one more thing, 1, 2, 3, where you get here and you die, it dies, I mean, and one more 0, and then, oh my goodness, so we would have had A, B, A, B, A, and then, there was 2 A's in a row, so we had the option of going like this. But then in this case, so here's where it gets interesting. So we've got to this point in the string. So these 2 A's are processing that A. We process, so we get to state 1 now. We've processed this A. We go either to state 1 or back to 0. If we go to state 1, then we go A, B. Okay, well, that's confusing. Oh, no, it's because, no, I don't know. Looking at this, I've got myself really confused. This is going to be a disaster. Still going to send you the video, but because there's 7 things in the string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you would get to here, but the thing is you've run out of space. Oops, I haven't even shown it yet. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So going down this pathway, you do sort of get to the end of the string, but it fails because it doesn't get into the accepting state. So actually, yeah, it doesn't fail, but it just doesn't accept down this pathway. But now the final pathway is, say we get to processing this A. We've tried all these other things. We get to here, and one last time we go back into state 0. Wait a minute. Fuck. I shouldn't have skipped this. This was an important thing. Okay. Well, let's say we had just continued trying to go back into 0. You would hit the last B, process this A as this A, hit the last B. You have to go back to 0. No, that doesn't accept. Okay, I really screwed myself over because this was the important branch. So we've tried all these other things. I hope it makes sense at this point. But let's say we had got to A, B, A. Oh, why am I shaking so much? So A, B, A, B, A. A, B, A, B, A. And then this last A, we process is going through there, which means we just go to state 2 because it's we get an A, another A, the second to last A. Oh man, this is a disaster. I hope this probably confused. I don't know. Yeah, but this A is that last last A, which puts us into state 2, and then the last B puts us into state 3. We've ended on state 3. Because going down this pathway, we happen to just do the 0 thing enough times, and then we did A, B, A, B, A. A, B, A, B, A. So we went along this branch on that A. Oh, I'm shaking for some reason. Okay. On that A. Which is this. So this branch is this transition. And we have the machine, just in trying everything on this pathway, chose that A to go like that. And then, it processed the last 2 things and it got into the accepting state because this string has that A there. And remember at the beginning I said this non-determinate finite automata, what it does is it detects all strings that have an A in the 3rd position from the right. And that's what it's done. It will, if there's no A there, it will try all these things, and I think the problem will be that you can't, there will be a B in this position, which will mean it'll, man, I'm shaking. It'll go along here at the wrong moment because it's a B, and then it'll never make it to 3 on the last character. I got myself confused, but now I understand it more myself. I hope oh my goodness, this is a long video. Hope you understand it now.